the weird thing is that like I don't feel like I can fully enjoy my life because you're jealous.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Melanin.
And I'm Beleaf Mel.
And we're here with episode 82 of How Married Are You?
Oops. My name Beleaf. This is Yvette, and we've been married 9 years. Live in California, and we got 4 kids. Relationships are scary, and it's very necessary that we share all of our struggles and we ask how married are you? Every Tuesday and Thursday, shawty. If you're listening, you're in a wedding party. Sometimes it's deep, sometimes it's lighthearted. I don't know what else to say, so it's time to get it started. Let the chocolate baby story time. Hey, chocolate baby story time. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Story time. 1, 2, 3, and.
Chocolate baby story time.
Boom.
Their voices have gotten so much
different.
Okay, guys, I got a story to tell. I don't know if this is, I don't know when you're putting out any episodes, but y'all, Theo's fish died.
Oh, yeah.
And I called him a murderer. Knowing full well that there was a possibility I was responsible for his death. It's not funny.
Yeah, it's not funny. I
It's
wouldn't
really
laugh at that one.
It's really sad, but I didn't realize it until seriously, I didn't realize it until afterwards. And I was just joking when I called him a murderer. It was a joke, but I didn't realize that it was something that he was sensitive to, so I had to go back and apologize. But what happened was I was washing dishes and I looked over at the fish tank and I'm like, why is the fish tank so dirty? Like, it shouldn't be that dirty. And then moments later, I walked around to do something and I just about jumped across the room. That fish was dead and it looked bad. But what I think happened, so here's the thing. I thought it died because Theo wasn't feeding it. But
yeah, because Theo was pretty bad at remembering to feed the
Theo
fish.
was not he did not regularly feed the fish. And so, but then I realized, you know what? We were gone for a whole week and that fish did not get fed. So it couldn't be that he starved to death because he should have died that week. If he was going to die. And then I thought, and I was like, man, I really did just clean his tank. And I know that when I cleaned his tank, I felt bad because I didn't let you know how, I don't know if you guys have fish or not, but when you change the water out, you're supposed to pour a solution into the tap water to kind of clean it or clear it or whatever you're supposed to do for the fish. And I don't think I let it sit long enough. And so I poured Flash back in there. And then the thing is, I can't really correlate when I cleaned the fish tank and when he died. Can you? Because it wasn't it was an immediate same day situation, but it definitely wasn't the day before.
Yeah.
So I don't know for sure that I killed this fish, but I do feel like I shared in responsibility for that fish's death. I also suspect Anaya. I haven't told you this, but she be sitting over there sometimes.
Yeah, just be throwing stuff in there.
So.
Yeah, but what could she have gotten that was small enough for the?
Or she could have overfed the fish. Is that a thing? Can the fish die from eating too much? I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure it could die from eating too much, but I don't think that's what happened. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was you.
Thanks. But anyways, we held a funeral, or they held a funeral. I recorded the funeral, and it was an interesting experience.
Yeah, it was definitely it was ghetto. Very ghetto funeral. I wasn't expecting it to be that ghetto, but I'm having come on, man, put on a nice shirt, right? It's I don't want to put on a shirt. I was just wear all black. This fool got black sweatpants and a black. It wasn't even. It was off
and rain boots,
gray and rain boots. He was the pallbearer. He carried the little fish looking all crazy.
The way that the fish died, I don't feel like the kids cared about that fish as much as they should
don't,
have.
man. But I cared about the fish.
It was our first pet.
Yeah, but have you ever had a fish die?
No, I've never had a fish.
Yeah, I had a goldfish.
Did you?
And I had a goldfish, and it was really like a nice goldfish. And then we got another goldfish, and that goldfish had like cheeks, like bubbles. You seen those little things? And the big goldfish was eating the other one's cheeks and ended up like eating the fish. I went in there and the other fish was dead. And I was so mad.
How do you
I cried.
know the fish ate the fish?
You could see him sucking on his face. And then like 2 days later, the fish was dead.
Woo, child.
And I was like, man, this is the saddest thing ever. This dude is insane. So we flushed him down the toilet.
You flushed him. I told Glenn before we because at first I was like, let's just have a funeral in the bathroom and like just flush it down the toilet. But then I was like, nah, why don't you look at the appropriate way to get rid of a fish? And you're not supposed to flush your fish, people. You're supposed to bury it. You're supposed to freeze it and then put it in a bag and bury it, right? That's not what it said?
That's what it said, but I don't know what the heck we were supposed to do. Anyway, yeah.
So Flash right now is buried in our backyard.
We got a little tombstone for him. Check out the video on Beleaf and Fatherhood.
Is it coming?
Yeah, it's gonna be out. Yeah, it's gonna be out. Yeah, check out the video on Beleaf and Fatherhood. It's actually pretty entertaining. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and hop into today's topic, which is just how you doing.
Shout out to words of affirmation because I do kind of miss those.
Yeah, man. We had some good ones, man. We got some fire words of affirmation too. Oh, I miss it so much. Okay, let's go.
You guys can still like just tell us.
Yeah, just tell us. You know,
we love you.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all, how y'all doing? Because we've been stuck in the house. Well, I've been stuck in the house. We've been stuck in the house.
No. You've been stuck in the house.
I've been stuck in the house. I've been with my children 24/7, and it's been lovely. You didn't tell your chocolate baby story time.
I feel like I partnered with you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I told my baby story. My little fish.
Oh, that was your little chocolate
I was the original chocolate baby.
Yeah. So, you know, we just been hanging out.
All right. So talk about big things that have happened.
Okay. Yes. So Anaya had a video go viral.
Yeah. I posted a video of me doing
Glenn had a video go viral.
Man, it was crazy. So in like, I feel like a week, I grew like 60,000 followers or something like that on Instagram, and then maybe like 20 or 30 on YouTube.
Wow.
And then 20 on Facebook.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
And then, you know, like 1,000 on Twitter. But it was like, actually it was 2,000 on Twitter. So it was like really cool, man. We had this video of me doing a nice head wrap, and it just was a part of her birthday video. And I don't think it was very special, but that video went insane, you know. And it like, one day I'm sitting there and then I'm realizing like Ava DuVernay follows me on Instagram, and I like freak out. I'm like, yo, why is Ava DuVernay following me? And I'm like, this can't be her real account, because I follow her, and I'm like, that is her real account. I'm like, why is this happening? And then the next day it was like bing, 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 bing. And so like all the videos that I have been doing have been getting traction. Me cutting Theo's hair, that got traction. I did a couple fatherhood breakdowns, and those things got.
Oh my goodness. If you guys have not seen Glen's fatherhood breakdowns, they are the most hilarious thing on Instagram right now.
Yeah, Instagram. It's
so go check those out.
Yeah, I gotta pump out some more of those. But yeah, the video went crazy viral. Shade Room shared it, and that was when it was like certified. Like, people were hitting me up like, oh my gosh, you made the Shade Room, it's on. Like
people from like my high school or like my school days were hitting me up, and I was like, I haven't talked to you in years.
Yeah, people were like, oh my gosh, your video is all the way on the East Coast, and and I was like, oh man, this is crazy. But what happens is like I'm in the middle of like trying to figure out systems and stuff that's working for the business, and then all of a sudden you have a video go viral, and that's like a big distraction. So it's not bad, but it's like, hold on, stop what you're doing right now and answer these emails. But I can't fall victim to the moment, even though I should have been able to just delegate someone to be like, yo, take care of all this right now. I need to focus on these emails. You know what I mean? That I've been getting, because it was crazy. So like Ava DuVernay followed me, Shade Room shared it, then some other big like platform shared it, and then Oprah Magazine shared it, and then Good Morning America
There was
wrote an article about it. You know, a lot of other people hit me up, and then this is what the crazy one that happened, right? So I get an email like, hey, this is such and such from Ellen's team, and we love your video, and we'd love to talk to you. And I'm like, Ellen? Like, now Ellen is like, it really don't get no bigger than that when it comes to...
Oprah was bigger than Ellen.
I know, but she's not now.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like Oprah, I mean, Ellen is kind of the new Oprah show.
Yeah. Like, yes. Ellen's got the game on lock. And so basically the people hit me up from the team that was talking about how much they loved the video and how they would love to, you know, have me as a guest on the show and me and Anaya and all this stuff. And then it like became like, hey, we need you to go and we need you to like record a video for Ellen. And I'm like, well, right now? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm at the office. And they're like, well, can you do it before 2? And it's like, I don't know what time it was, but it was like, I was like, nah. But I was like, I can do it before 4 maybe. But I had like videos that I was trying to finish. I had stuff to do. And it was like, yo, it's freaking Ellen. And I talked to Maggie on the phone. She was like, oh my goodness, Glenn, go home now. And I was like, I got to finish these videos to keep it to, you know what I'm saying? And I was very conflicted there. But I ended up going home and sending this thing, and it just was a lot, man. But the whole Ellen thing didn't work out, but it was a lot. It was a whole lot, and but an awesome thing. And I just was like, man, I got to make more videos like that, but not that at the cost of authenticity. Some people were asking me like, okay, so now that we know Anaya is a star, all you got to do is make videos with just you and Anaya and just start a whole channel with Anaya. And I'm like, no. This is about fatherhood. Yeah. You know, this is not to like cater to the rest of the world and put my daughter on the front of everything. And then all of a sudden I'm like, hey, baby, I'll give you a cupcake if you smile for this thing.
Yeah. And the thing about Anaya is the authentic moment. Like, you guys love the authentic moments that we share of Anaya. And when we start to like say, hey, will you perform? It just won't be authentic anymore. And you guys will see right through that. So it's kind of pointless. Yeah.
And I refuse, like, I don't have a desire to like have famous children. Yeah. Right. I don't have that desire, but it's a byproduct of hard work. And so if it happens, it happens, and we'll deal with it if it comes, but I'm not thirsty for, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not thirsty for like attention or virality. I don't dig that. And I don't think that's a word. I think I make that up, virality. Anyway.
Which kind of goes into the fact that you've also been rebranding Beleaf in Fatherhood. Yeah. Which I like, because I feel like one of the things that we've talked about is how we want to kind of move toward like it not necessarily, like our family not necessarily having to be the face of Beleaf in Fatherhood.
Yeah. But me being the face.
Yeah. Which I appreciate, because it is getting to a point where it's kind of like Theo and Raya are starting to have conversations that to me are kind of like, Yeah, they refer to Glen as being famous.
And they say we're rich.
And they say that their dad is rich. And it's just a lot of different things happening. It's like, okay, let's bring it back.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it makes me look ill. Yeah. You're those children?
Yeah. And they're not really, but it's just how it's like what they're hearing other people say, and it's starting to shape their thoughts about what you do. Yeah. Not necessarily who you are, but about what you do, I guess.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Very weird, because I'm kind of like, we're not rich. We are not rich, yo. Like we just started making enough money to be like, wait a minute, we saving something. You know what I'm saying? Like
we don't get that stimulus check.
Yeah, like we're not getting that stimulus check. That check ain't coming.
I want that check.
I don't want that check. I don't want that check.
You don't have to pay it back. You
gotta pay taxes. I think you do gotta pay it back. I don't know.
No, I don't think you do.
I'm worried about it. And what is that stimulus check ain't gonna help us?
It could pay for the roof. Our roof started leaking, y'all.
Babe, it can't pay for the roof.
It can't even pay.
It can't pay for the roof.
Actually, though, we would get a good portion because I think it's $2,400 for like if you're married.
Oh yeah,
and then you get $500
for each kid
or something like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, shoot, as many kids as we got, we might be able to pay half of that thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. So okay, the roof leaked. The roof then leaked on us. We finna be under the sea. It's finna be crazy out here. So it was raining.
And it don't even be raining in California like that. It was like, man, and Glenn had just made the decision that we were going to get concrete put on the side of the house and we're going to start looking at the backyard and start shaking it up a little bit.
Because we're home.
And
we can't be going to parks, and I don't be trusting the parks right now.
Yeah.
Like if I go to the park, I want to sanitize everything and be like, all right, it's y'all turn to play. Y'all can't play until my kids done.
Yeah, y'all don't touch this now.
But yeah, so like we want to get a little playground and a nice little like cement thing on the side of the house. We already got a quote for it. My homie Javi came through, Black Line Concrete, and came through and laced up and just measured everything out. I was like, this is how much it's going to cost. And I was like, boom, let's go ahead and put the money down on that, you know? And then the roof just started crying.
Now, if you've been watching if you watch Belief in Fatherhood and you've been watching it for a while, in December, did you put out an episode?
I didn't put that out.
That was in Patreon?
No, I didn't even put that out.
You didn't put it out at all?
I ain't share it.
Oh.
I ain't share it.
Well, there was a leak that was...
You got to start the conversation right, okay? We were talking about all our goals and where we wanted to travel. All right, babe, we might make a little money this year, so let's go ahead and put a couple things down. Where you say you want to go? Mm-hmm. Tell me all your dreams and goals. You just go ahead and write it down on the piece of paper.
Man, I just got really sad.
Yeah. Check this out. So we were talking about, yeah, she wants to go to Hawaii and she might want to go on like a cruise to Alaska or something. I don't know, you were saying. And then it was raining. And I was like, babe, you need to have goals because I got goals and you need to figure out your goals. So let's do this. And then all of a sudden, the roof, like through a light fixture, water just starts coming down.
Yes.
I was like, well, and we were filming the whole time.
Yeah.
And it was like, well.
There goes your hopes and dreams.
Yeah, there goes your hope and dreams. We need to get this roof fixed. And then we just kind of was like, that ain't going to happen again.
And
we
just
were looking at it. You're like, man, it ain't
because
rain.
After that, it rained, and it was like, was that a fluke? What was going on there? And it was like, it's one of those things where you're like, we should probably check on that because
yeah, but maybe a ghost was peeing.
maybe the pipe, like I don't know. Maybe it was just a fluke.
Yeah, maybe it was a sign from God that he about to rain down on us right now. Some more blessings.
Rain down on
right.
me.
So like, I'm like, all right, cool. So then the roof started leaking again, and it was like, dang, man.
But we got like some intense rain, y'all.
Yeah.
Like days on days of
just
rain.
nonstop. It looked like Seattle out here.
Yeah, it was depressing. And it was spring break, the week of spring break.
Yeah, and then we got a quote. So then we called the people. We were like, look, we need somebody to come out check. This guy came over, all social distance up. You know what I'm saying? Like had his mask on, his gloves, and didn't touch nothing. Walked in, walked outside, told me everything. He was like, I'll send you a quote later. Send me a quote. Actually, he
wrote it down.
He wrote it
outside.
down. Yeah, because he looked at the satellite and was like, yeah, this is the space for your house and this is how much it's going to cost. $9,900. $9,900 to get the whole roof done. Now we were like, now do we really need to get the whole roof done? But when I talked to my neighbor, he was like, listen, he told me like when we first moved in, he was like, you see my roof? I was like, yeah. He was like, my roof is new. Your roof is not. You're going to need a new roof. Every house on the street needs a new roof. And so I was like, dang it. So I already knew that was a cost we were going to have to pay. And I just didn't know when. And now's the time. So we just put down our deposit today to get this roof fixed. Mm-hmm. So this is what you call a grown, like this is grown person thing right here. You know, this is grown up things. Mm-hmm. This is like an investment that you don't actually get to see the goods of it.
Yeah.
You know, when you put down $10,000, you're like, that's what I paid for.
Yeah.
You see it, everybody.
You're like, oh, there's a car right there. I'm driving it around and it's helping me. But a roof,
you don't get to see it. And it's not even the roof on top of the roof. We're not even getting the shingles in. It's just the paper underneath. Yeah. We won't ever see it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just like,
it's there.
Yeah, it's there. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, so that happened. What shows you been watching, babe? You want to tell them about your show, babe?
I'm embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed to tell you
Please
what
tell him.
I've been watching.
Tell him.
Okay. I watched 8.
No. Just tell them what the show is. What show you watched, right? What's the show you watched?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Babe, how many seasons does Game of Thrones have?
8.
And how many episodes are in each season?
10 to 6. So the first
6 to 10 or 10 to 6?
So listen, the first 7 seasons have 10 episodes.
So that's 70
at least an hour
episodes.
long. Some of them are an hour and a half long.
This is new information, ladies and gentlemen.
The last season, 6 episodes.
Okay. So
I'm trying to tell them. You don't have to ask me the questions. Guys, I watched 8 seasons of Game of Thrones in 10 days. You have to understand how little work I was doing. Like, I was trying to work, but the story is so amazing. Now, I did fast forward through a lot of like the sex scenes. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of all shock value.
but how many minutes are those?
Them sex scenes be long. It'd be like 5 minutes. I was cutting down.
Really?
Yeah, in the
5
beginning.
minutes?
It was like ridiculously long. So, man, I was whipping through them bad boys.
Like, y'all, can I just tell you, he'd be like in the kitchen cooking with the phone propped up and his headphones on.
Just looking.
He'd be sitting. It's not like he was completely just watching it the whole time. He'd be doing stuff. Oh, there were times when you would be like watching the kids and the kids would be watching something on TV, but he'd have his iPad.
I'll be sitting there like this. Knock it off.
He did you help me fold clothes at one point while you're watching it? I think at one time we were both watching. I would be watching my show, which I just got back into Good Girls. Good Girls is such a good show, and it might be underrated. I don't know if I'm just late to the party or whatever.
Don't you disrespect Game of Thrones right now.
But I'm just saying. So I would be watching Good Girls, and he'd be watching Game of Thrones on his iPad. It was funny. Watching him like get sneaking moments.
I would
be on the toilet.
I'd be in the toilet.
Oh yeah, he was.
I'd be on the shower, and I'd be like, got the curtain open, washing up, watching. Got one earbud in. Then I take it out, wash this ear, take the other ear in, and keep scrubbing. I was going ham on Game of Thrones. Yo, I'm so sorry, Uzi. I was going so crazy on Game of Thrones because you were just enthralled in the story. Now, I already like those type of shows that are kind of like old, that like talk about like it's so gory, and the story is so amazing. You're just like, what happens next? But the thing was, you don't know the side effects of Game of Thrones. So here are the side effects.
Okay.
You have 0 patience with the children, because everybody in Game of Thrones is like getting their head chopped off, or like, you know, getting just killed when they disrespect someone. So like, so if the kids were like, you know, if they do something like, hey, like go upstairs and brush your teeth, don't come back downstairs, and you see him come back downstairs, you're like, you betrayed me. You have to pay for this. Like, I just was like crazy, the side effects. And so
Let me have some of your water, please.
I loved it so much. I'm going to watch it again slower. I'm going to try to get Yvette to watch it with me. Guys, Game of Thrones was fire. And and everyone talks about how bad season 8 is. I loved it. See, season 8 was great. I just was like, oh. And then after that, I had to just kind of sit and just like, man.
He was in a show hole.
I was in a show hole. I was in a show hole while watching the show because I couldn't do anything else but watch the show.
And I'm not going to front. I liked it because he was around.
I was getting no work done.
He was getting no work done. He was here, though. I enjoyed it.
Okay, so Good Girls.
Good Girls. Good Girls is a good show, y'all. It's so crazy. It's just like Good Girls makes you wonder how real your friendships really are. Like, are you willing to go to jail for your friends? Like, think of who your closest friends are, and just think like how far are you willing to go? Because Good Girls, those girls, they're willing to go further. Like, it was just crazy. And I really want to know, if you watch Good Girls, let me know. Holler at me in my DMs, because I need to talk to somebody.
I don't know no friends I would go to jail for.
Would you go to jail for me?
Yeah. I would go to jail for you.
Would you So I guess this kind of gives it a little bit away. So this might be a spoiler alert.
I would go to jail for you only. But if you and your friends do something, nah.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you was out there doing something stupid with Janae. I'm
Good
sorry,
thing
y'all.
she doesn't listen to the
y'all
podcast.
both gotta go. Me and Jimmy split the kids. I watch them some days. We be all right.
Jimmy don't want your kids. He only got 2. You got 4.
Jimmy got the hookup. He a lawyer. We can get in there, visitation, all that type of stuff. He been there counseling y'all. Be like, hey, tell Yvette I said what's up. No, I would go to jail for you.
Okay.
I would do anything for you. I really would, but I would not.
This brings up an interesting point. Because I'm trying to really think, is there anyone I would go to jail for?
I got friends I would die for. I would probably save their lives.
Okay, like jail and prison. Like I might be locked up for like a week. Is that a thing?
What? Yeah, sometimes you get locked up for a week.
Yeah, I don't know if I can go to jail for like years. Especially if it's something I wasn't responsible for.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you go to jail, I wouldn't go to jail for any. Wait a minute, something I wasn't responsible for. You want me to go to jail for you? Why can't you do your time?
Like if you took evidence from an evidence locker to keep me from jail, but then you got found out. Would you like turn me in, or would you go to jail?
I would probably. I don't know, man. That'd be rough.
Yeah. These are real situations that you have
because I've lied about things to you.
To me?
Yeah.
What?
So one time, right?
Oh,
this
Lord.
is when it was just Theo.
Oh, Lord. Oh.
You know this story.
Do I know this story? Tell me.
So we was at Panera Bread, right? And Yvette was like, babe, can you go change his diaper?
Oh, no.
And I went in the bathroom and I don't know why I didn't change the boy's diaper.
You told me that there was no...
I was like, there's no changing table in there. I went in there and for some reason, I was like, there's no changing table in there. And Yvette looked at the guy, and it was a black dude. The cashier was like, I think someone was in the bathroom or something. So she was like, you guys don't have changing tables in the men's bathroom? And he was like, yes, ma'am, we do. And I was like, he was like, oh man, my bad, bro. And yeah, but that was just because I didn't feel like changing a diaper. Now, if you tell me go get the evidence out of the evidence room, I'd be like, babe, I couldn't find it. I went in there and looked, and it wasn't.
Babe, that's a good one. He should have done that.
I'd be like, babe, I could not find that. Well, we're gonna have to pray about it and see what the Lord do. I turn it to my grandma. Well, if it ain't your will to go in there, God gonna stop it.
Oh my goodness, that is funny.
I'm so sorry.
So, okay, let's get back to COVID. So, babe, let's talk about how are you feeling? Because when this order is like removed and they're like, okay, you guys don't have to stay home anymore, where are you going to be? Because I feel like, because for me, it's kind of like, okay, like today we're staying home. Tomorrow you say, okay, you guys can go out and go to the beach and go and whatever. But it's like the virus is still out there. So what happens then? How are you feeling? Are you feeling like it's going to be like, okay, let's resume life. Let's take the kids back to parkour or take them back to music class and all the things, like how does life look?
It don't look like nothing for me. I'm not going nowhere. I like this. Personally, I know where everybody's at.
Everybody who?
Y'all, I know where y'all at. Sometimes when I used to come home and y'all just be gone, oh, we at the beach with such and such. Like, why? For what? Oh, I'm going on. And you know what the problem? You know what I love about this? You can't say no, right? So, like, sometimes you be places and you just can't say no, so you be there. But now you don't have to say no.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like not going anywhere. And I think you are getting stir crazy, but I also think that you don't have to go places that you don't want to go.
I'm not gonna lie. Like the week, like not having to get somewhere is really kind of nice. The only thing I miss is K How. Like if K How were here and I didn't have to like get to different places, I feel like I'd be so efficient.
K How's our nanny.
With how things are like going through the house. Like homeschool would be rocking. Like I just feel like things would be great. And so I'm kind of even thinking like today I was thinking, okay, when they say things can kind of go back to whatever, like what am I going to do? Am I going to pack our schedules again, or am I just going to kind of take a chill pill? Because I kind of like it how it is. Like I miss my friends and community and whatever, but at the same time I like not being so like you have to get here, you have to get there, you have to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I definitely have a desire to like see some friends. Like I want to have a get like Rich asked me, he's like, yo, what are you gonna do when this is all over? And I was like, man, I think I want to have like a get together and roast marshmallows with friends. You know what I'm saying?
That's so sweet.
I really do want to do that. Because I'm like, wait a minute, you know, but just friends. Like, I don't know if I want their kids. I just want to hang out with my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's not the same. You got to like, hey, man, y'all too loud over there, or yo, stop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
good luck with that, babe.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the first thing I'm going to do is probably drop my kids off at my mom's house.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, dude, I've been with these children.
And that's kind of the time. That's kind of the time, too, because she misses them.
She misses them, and she doesn't have to go back to work like that. I mean, she probably will, but because my mom works in education, so.
Yeah.
You know, schools are closed and stuff, but.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next thing.
How's your hygiene and attire?
Oh, sweatpants. What you mean?
Well, I feel like y'all, can I tell y'all something? I feel like much of Glen's life has not been impacted by this. Because he always wears sweatpants, but he also gets dressed. You know, like you still get dressed in like pants and stuff. You wear regular pants today.
That's because I was filming.
True. But like, I don't know.
I feel like you're jealous of me.
I am. You live a good life. You do.
I do. And I'm not gonna, but you know what's crazy about you being somewhat jealous in like a weird way? I know you're not like jealous, like envious, but I know you're jealous. The weird thing is that like I don't feel like I can fully enjoy my life because you're jealous.
I'm so sorry.
And so like we got in that quarrel last podcast at the end. We were talking about cleaning. You know what I'm saying? And how, you know, I could just get up and clean, but you can't because you always have someone tugging at you. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, I was cleaning because I felt like that's something that you would have wanted. Mm-hmm. But now even if I clean, I bug you.
No, don't stop cleaning. Don't let that stop you.
Oh.
You keep doing you, boo.
I don't know. I'm not excited that people are dying and people are sick and that this thing is getting worse and spreading, and that I don't know what the number is now, but I know it's super high how many people are dead worldwide and in America. You know what I'm saying? Like over 100,000 people.
I feel like this whole experience is making me feel for people more than I've felt for them before. I saw that article today about the 5-year-old little girl who's the daughter of was she a nurse or a first responder, and how she was the first kid in Michigan to die. And it just broke my heart. because it was like, I don't know. It's like, how do you, it's like, what if those first responders were to say, I'm not doing this. I'm not putting my family in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this woman just lost her 5-year-old daughter. And it's like, how do you come back from that? But I don't know. Weird times we're living in. Weird times. How are you keeping your faith? Like, how are you staying encouraged?
I think for the first part, I wasn't. I feel like there's a really weird burden for influencers to kind of pretend that everything is great and that we're not affected by the things you're affected by. So come and watch me so you can escape. But we couldn't escape. Like, we were all kind of like, man, this is whack. And I think mostly is because it's like, I am very like empathetic to other people's issues, and so much that it's depressing. And so then that turns to like a selfish thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't think in the beginning I did well at all. I think I'm just starting to come out of it. I think Game of Thrones was a great distraction because I was kind of like, man, well, at least, you know, they ain't feed my baby to dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that I think I'm encouraged to like follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? And stay safe and use all the precautions and wash my hands and wear a mask and all those things. And one of our friends was just saying how this is regular life for them. Like, we were all on like a kind of like a family meeting, like just kind of checking in, and their daughter had a heart transplant. And so she has a really low immune system. And so she can get sick and it can be, you know, really bad for her. And they were just like, yeah, this is kind of regular life for us. It doesn't really affect us like that. And I was just like, how awesome to be that cautious. And I was just like, man, I think this is going to be the new normal. So I think this is the new normal. That we would wear masks, and that we would wear gloves, and we would wash our hands all the time. Because I think we were careless. You know, we were so careless. You know, like, this is the big deal in the news right now. Think about like 4 years ago. Like, the biggest news was like men wearing rompers. Like,
was that 4 years ago?
I don't know. It was like, I would say like 3 years ago, maybe 3. But it was like big news. Like, oh my gosh, like men are wearing rompers. Like, and that was what everyone was talking about.
When did Kobe Bryant die?
I think it was January 29th.
Because someone, I don't know who posted it, but I saw an article, or I saw a post where it was like a newspaper, and it was like the front of the newspaper, and there's this huge picture of Kobe Bryant and his death, and then over on the left, it was like scientists working on a vaccine for the COVID-19 virus type thing. And I was like, it wasn't funny, but it was kind of ironic. It was like, man, this celebrity's death, and it was a super traumatic like death, the way he died. But there was also this big thing that was already, like, it was already a thing then that we weren't really paying enough attention to. We were distracted by other things, or you were paying attention.
I mean, no, I wasn't going to say that.
Oh.
I definitely was aware, but I'm kind of always like, you know, I guess 10 years ago, it was like, yeah, Ebola out there. And I was like, man, y'all better be careful, Ebola. You know what I'm saying? But like, there was only like 11 cases in the U.S., you know, but it was still something that we were hearing about. So I wasn't as like, all right, man, we got to chill. But I'm kind of like, almost a doomsday prepper. Like, I'm almost like, man, we got to get mad water all the time. Right. And we just stay stocked up. So sometimes Yvette will be like, yo, can you go get this and this and this? And I'll get double of it.
Oh my gosh. I sent him to Costco. What day was that? Friday?
I was mad that she was sending me to Costco.
I was like, it's because y'all, I haven't been to Costco. I don't even know. It's been a long time because I've been using Instacart. Like ever since Uzi was born, I've been really taking advantage of Instacart, drive ups, all the things.
Yeah.
And since COVID has happened, it's like nobody's wanting to do Instacart really anymore, which is unfortunate. So it's all drive up or whatever. And right now we only have one car. That's a whole other story.
Car broke down.
But yeah. So anyways, I was like, I need these things from Costco. Please go. Because I'm tired of spending more money for less. Like a loaf of bread from the store is smaller loaf of bread, and you're spending the same you'd spend for 2 larger loaves of bread at Costco. So it's like, ugh. Anyways, I sent him there. And then let's just say my mom gave us a deep freezer, and it's not like a huge deep freezer, but it's a deep freezer. And when I sent Glenn to go, was the deep freezer empty or did it have like a frozen pizza in it?
Yeah. We had one thing in there.
Yeah, it had I think it had like a frozen pizza in it or something that was in there. And by the time Glenn got back home, that thing was full. Our refrigerator freezer was
I was like,
full.
I dare you to send me to Costco again. See what I do. I spent like $260. It wasn't that much.
Yeah, it actually wasn't bad, but it was just like, wow, okay. And I forgot a couple of things too. And he didn't even get everything. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Anyway.
you were nervous to send me to
Costco. I was like, y'all, I have some real control issues. I will admit it. I was like, do you need to send me pictures to like confirm? And he was like, I don't remember what you said, but it was basically like, no, I don't need that.
Yeah. I think it's not getting to me as much as it should because I'm kind of like, do you think I'm an idiot? But it's not me.
It's not that.
It's you. It's not me. It's really not me. Like, I am responsible.
But it's not so much that it's not. Okay, whatever. It's me. But I was just really trying to make sure that you know what brands we get. Because you know how it is when you're used to a certain brand and then you bring home something. Like, for example, I asked him to get Beyond Meat burger patties. And I was like, if they don't have the Beyond Meat burger patties, then get those black bean burgers. This guy.
I brought 2 of each.
He came back with it all.
Sometimes it's going to be Beyond. Sometimes it's going to be black bean.
But I'm not going to front because the only reason we discovered those black bean burgers is because the Instacart person last time replaced the Beyond burgers with black bean burgers. But I think I like the black bean burgers better than the Beyond burgers now, babe.
What is the thing is, if you get more, you don't have to go back. You're going to get it anyway.
Yeah.
You're going to get it anyway.
You're eventually going to spend that
You're
money.
eventually going to get it. Well, why not save gas and get it all? I wish we had a bigger deep freezer.
Yeah, we need to.
Because I would have, it would have been embarrassing how much stuff I would have gotten. And then somebody, I guess Tyson reported.
Oh my goodness.
No, not Tyson. Another company, one of Tyson's competitors, some pork company, reported 600 cases of COVID-19 in their factory. And so they had to shut everything down. So people went crazy and bought up all the meat. Ain't no meat.
Can y'all believe that? 600 cases. Woo, Lord. That's scary.
And so, yeah. I don't know. It's going to be weird because, people aren't really, people are getting like, they're going through the quarantine and then doing a 14-day quarantine after having it and still having it in their system, still being able to spread it. Like, it's like.
Like our friend's mom. Oh, man, I forgot. It's been like 3 weeks or 2.5 weeks, but she's still expected to be in the hospital for another 2 weeks. So it's like, I don't know if this whole 14-day thing is a real thing. Like, I'm pretty sure that the virus lasts
they're just like, it should probably be about 14 days. And it's like, actually, it's 90. Yeah, we should have been having y'all quarantined for 90 days. Like, you don't know. Like, we don't know anything yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I hope you guys are being safe out there. We are definitely, chilling and like just kind of trying to like stay positive through it. I think as time goes on, we will get better and be more consistent in every area. I really feel bad about you from the last podcast, and The way
Sorry.
you ranted. I feel really bad. I'm like, dang,
really
man, you
went
right.
off.
I was like, yeah, you didn't clean the bathroom good. Well, maybe if I didn't have a kid trying to suck my nipple. I'm like, oh, yeah.
And then the other kid busted in the room when the one kid I finally got to go to sleep. You know, it's just like, honestly, sometimes I'm like, man, Theo and Raya are kind of easy. It's the other ones that got me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love my kids. I was going to say something. I forgot.
About COVID?
Oh, I was going to say, I really do think that my children are starting to go like crazy. Like not so much Raya. Actually, not really all my children. Mostly Theo and Anaya. I feel like they are feeling it. Like this whole, we haven't left the house in weeks.
Yeah.
And I feel bad about that. But
you guys know we're in 3 commercials right now? I have 3 commercials circulating. The stay-at-home commercial with YouTube. It features all your favorite creators. Mm-hmm. Then American Family Insurance, like licensed like a part of a video commercial I did maybe 10 months ago.
with Theo?
Yeah, with me holding Theo. That commercial's out there. And then a Spectrum commercial with Kev on stage and the rest of the family. Us.
You famous.
3 commercials out there. I'm almost like, this can't be right. Imagine watching TV and you see me 3 different times promoting 3 different things.
During the same show. Watching this.
Like, what the heck is going on here? This dude is everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're really excited about the Spectrum commercial. It was really fun.
Yes.
We were there right when everything broke out with quarantine, freaking
COVID.
coronavirus.
Yeah.
And so we were like, man, we got it. We have to have it.
Yeah, I thought we had it. And that's one of the main reasons I was like, okay, we're not going anywhere. We're not touching nobody. Because I didn't want to risk giving it to someone else.
I was like, man, it's only a matter of time before it pop up in our system because we were around so many different people from all around the world in one place and having so many conversations.
Many different
And by that
aspects.
time, it was like, yeah, it doesn't spread through talking. It's only through touching.
Ugh.
I was like, all right, well, I think we're cool. We didn't touch nobody because no one was giving hugs, but everyone was talking. I need you to do it like this. So we could have been hit with it, but praise the Lord, everybody's super healthy right now. So yeah, man.
Okay, so we've reached that point in the episode where you guys call in and you tell us just how married you are. So make sure that if you would like to hear your How Married Are You statement on our show, that you would call us at 760-335-6643. Again, that's 760-335-6643. Or you can, just call us there. Please. And here is...
But sometimes it be international people, babe, and they do want to do it
via DMs.
Via
So if you need to do it via DMs on How Married Are You, I'm going to try to do better about that. But sometimes...
Instagram. How Married Are You Instagram?
What did I say?
I don't know. At How Married Are You on Instagram. Just leave us a DM.
Yeah, don't do it to our personal Instagrams. Do it to How Married Are You Instagram.
Facts.
All right, here we go. And here is today's.
Hi, I'm Lacey from New Jersey, and I'm so married that while being quarantined, since my husband is working from home and I'm out of work, I made an in-house diner called Blue Bears. And every morning, I go to his office wearing an apron, and I bring a menu, and I take his order, and I make it, and I serve it to him, and I check on him. And that's just how married I am.
Dang.
That's awesome. That's love.
Yeah, that's very generous.
Would you like that?
No. I mean, if you're going to do it, I'm not going to complain. Yeah. But I'm not comparing you to her. Like, I don't think you should do it because of her, but that is amazing.
Glen doesn't like my eggs, y'all.
Yeah, her eggs. Yeah.
My eggs what?
I like my eggs.
Good one, babe. Good one.
All
right.
Babe, how married are you? Ask me, I got one.
Babe, how married are you?
I'm so married that I tried it again. I tried. One more time. You failed.
How
you
dare
failed.
you
all
bring that up right
of
now.
our marriage. You failed over and over and over again. Non-stop. Non-stop. My wife, guys.
Oh my goodness.
My wife can make a lot of different types of food. Okay, she has killed it at making so many different kinds of food. It's amazing. She be making some things, she just sticks to the same old thing. She don't got a lot of different things, but what she can do, she could do. Now, there's one thing that keeps circulating itself back into. I'm not saying that right. There's one other thing that has been infecting our home for years. And that is my wife's attempt to make roast beef.
Pot roast. And every time she makes it, she keeps, I don't know why she's in the thing. And she's like, oh, there go pot roast. That's exactly
she be walking,
what
do. And you notice when she's hungry because she comes home with Ruffles and Pop-Tarts and all types of things, Oreo cookies. And then you just see the pot roast mix. And I think she hides it.
Pot roast mix. It's just pot roast meat.
Yeah, it's the meat. And then she comes home and then all of a sudden it smells good. It smells right. Man, she made this pot roast. And she was like, babe, it's bad. Don't taste it.
Babe, I wasn't going to tell anybody about this.
Too late. You should have said something. You ain't tell me not to tell nobody. So
I told you not to taste it.
My gosh. I tried again. That's how married I am. I tried
but
again.
I didn't want you to. So that's not a good married.
But I tried even despite.
In spite
of it was.
Can we talk about it though? Because finally the meat is falling apart, right? So this time it was the flavoring, because I was like, okay.
How many times have you done this?
Listen, the difference this time, I thought the difference was going to be that I have an Instapot. And I feel like all the meat that I cook in Instapot kind of just does well. So I was like, maybe I can get this. And that's what happened. When I was at the store and I saw it, I was like, that looks good.
Pot roast different.
And it was raining.
Pot roast like oxtails, like goat meat. You got to cook that thing hours.
That's what my mom said.
And that's the thing, is like, you really can't do this in this season with these small children. These kids got to be outside for the day. And you got to be in there cooking that pot, stirring that pot, right? This when your kid's grown, or, you know what I mean? They in school. But I tasted this thing and it wasn't good.
Glen told me I butchered a whole farm.
You know, the thing is, she's done this repeatedly, and every single time she's like, babe, I'm making pot roast. And usually she's like, babe, try it. Is it bad? Like, and I was kind of like, yeah, well, you know, it's not that great. But this time she told me not to do it. And
it
I'm
was
like,
just bad.
How many cows gotta die before you get this right?
Yo, I might have to kill another cow because I'm not giving up. I am not giving up. It is like on my bucket list.
You have
It
to.
is on my bucket list.
It's
and
absurd.
I'm going to get it right one time and I'm going to be done.
It's absurd.
Because I'm not going to ruin it again.
You're gonna get it right,
and I'm just going to be done.
And somebody gonna choke on it. Stop while you're ahead. And the thing is, it was bad, and she didn't throw it away right away, guys. Listen, guys, she put the meat in a quesadilla because she tried to stretch it.
I forgot I did that.
She tried to stretch the meat and put it in a quesadilla. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? And then I was like, are you going to throw this away or what? And you were like, I'm not ready yet. Like, you just wanted to sit there and let it take up so much space.
Because I was thinking, like, if the juices got into it.
She thought it was going to marinate in the refrigerator after it was already cooked. Guys, my wife has a problem.
I'm not giving up.
I talked about this before in another episode. I wish I could find out what episode that is and we could link it, because I was talking about how this was the same thing. I was like, please stop trying this. Please stop.
Can't. And I didn't. I tried it, but I didn't expect you to eat it because you had meal prepped.
How much was it?
It doesn't matter.
How much was the meat?
I don't remember.
You know how much the meat was. You know how much the meat was.
Meat is expensive these days, especially because we try to do organic, grass-fed, and all the things. Grass-fed, grass-finished, all the things.
Yeah.
So meat is expensive.
You wasted some grass-fed pot roast meat? Dang. Anyway, babe, how married are you?
I'm so married that I cleaned the stove top after you.
Yeah, because I clean the kitchen, but I don't be cleaning.
Yeah, but no, it wasn't even that as much because I don't always clean the stove top right away either. But you had spilled like a whole thing of spaghetti. Did you know you did that? Like the
I was in the mode. I was cooking like an artist.
I was cleaning that stove and I was like, what happened? I really had to put some elbow grease.
I feel like Emerald. Remember Emerald? He used to make those cookies. It was like, bam! That's what I was doing up in there.
Dude, I really do have a desire to like cook well. I don't know if you know that about me, but like I want to be able to cook and bake. And I feel like I'm getting better in the kitchen. The only thing is I don't mix up my flavoring as much. Like I don't know how to like, okay, like I'm going to use thyme or ginger or whatever. But I enjoy cooking, especially if I have like a good recipe.
Yeah. I
enjoy it. But it is a little bit more challenging when it's not challenging. It's just defeating when like your kids, like right now on this kitchen table is sitting my salmon cakes that I made. The kids used to eat those.
Are you gonna? I would wrap that up and make them eat it for lunch tomorrow.
I am.
Well, this is the thing. Are you looking at a pot roast recipe, or are you just kind of listening to the ancestors?
This last time I didn't. Oh my gosh. This last time I didn't look at a pot roast recipe. I kind of just winged it because I was like, I got the Instapot. And I feel like the Instapot is like this like magical thing. If you don't have an Instapot, you should get one.
You should definitely watch like a really low quality, as far as like the resolution, low quality Black woman make a pot roast
on YouTube.
On YouTube. Don't watch anybody who's Anglo-Saxon or anything like that. Like don't watch anything from like, you know, the cooking show or nothing like that. Like you need to let that thing, it has to be, it's a whole day process, I think.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going to get it together, y'all, and you will hear about it.
Can you just stop though for like a season? Can you give up for a season? Can you quit?
I have to at least do it once a year. And I guess this is my once that year, but I probably will do it again later in the year. I just love, like my mom made the best pot roast. I loved it. Like thinking about it is just melting in my mouth. I just loved her pot roast and I love pot roast. I just want some. And I want to be able to make it whenever I want it.
Why don't you just pay somebody else to make it for you?
And come on.
And that's just how married we are.